afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday afternoon. Not a bad day out there.
No, still hazy, though.
It is.
The smoke.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
take good care if you're having trouble breathing. It's going to be sticking around.
Yeah, there are air quality advisories. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first, top in our news, childcare is becoming more and more expensive. Lawmakers decide on how to best spend the pandemic excess.
President Biden wants to eliminate hidden fees for consumers. I'm Skyler Henry in Washington with the administration's plan to help Americans save some cash.
And the long-awaited and much-debated Madison Metro redesign is getting a positive reception in Sun Prairie just days after its official launch.
All right, let's take a look outside. Oh, there's a deer.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Is that at the station? Because I know there was a fawn and there were some babies too.
That's a fawn there. So
Aww.
Smoke gets in your eyes. The weather words for today is that smoke continues to filter in from Canada. Jacob's outside with the latest on that.
Yeah, we still have an air quality alert in effect for our entire area until midnight tonight, but other locations just outside of Wisconsin, that air quality alert will remain in effect until tomorrow. In fact, northeastern Iowa, it will remain in effect until 10 p.m. on Friday. So we're still going to see some smoke across our area, but it does look like we won't be under that air quality alert. Now, here's a look at the visible cloud track. All the white you're seeing in northern Wisconsin as well as Michigan, those are clouds. But if you look closely, especially towards northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and the southwestern portion of Wisconsin where there aren't clouds, all the gray you see is the wildfire smoke, and that's obviously going to continue across much of the Midwest for at least the next 24 hours. Now, here's when the air quality alert expires, at least for southern Wisconsin, and we are going to see moderate smoke during the day tomorrow, and this will continue for Saturday as well. But it does appear that hopefully when the winds shift out of the south for the weekend, that smoke will have cleared out of our area. Now, the smoke has kept the temperatures down a bit. When you have the wildfire smoke across your area like we have today, it kind of prevents all the extreme sun rays from getting to the earth, so it will cool things down a bit. And temperatures today have only been in the 70s. Outside of the hazy conditions, it's actually been a very nice day, and it will continue to be a nice evening. But just be aware of the air quality alert if you have any if you are an individual with lung disease, or as well as an elderly or young individual, definitely avoid prolonged outdoor activity. But for the weekend, it is going to get warmer, especially warmer than what it was today. The details coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, Jacob, thank you. At the state capitol, lawmakers are figuring out how to fill in gaps in the state budget as federal pandemic money goes away.
Affected by that, millions of dollars spent to maintain the child care industry in Wisconsin. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on the current debate live from the Capitol. Will?
Well, Mark and Susan, Wisconsin has received millions of dollars from the federal government throughout the pandemic to help bolster the child care industry. That's expected to run out by the middle of next year. So Democrats on the Budget Writing Committee are calling on the state to put some of its own money towards supporting child care providers. Part of the argument is that creating easy access to child care here in Wisconsin helps keep people in the workforce as the state faces a shortage of workers.
And we do, up until the pandemic, we do almost nothing for childcare, except during World War II, when we realized that in order to keep the economy going, we had to actually have publicly funded and supported childcare.
So part of that federal child care aid included direct aid to child care providers, as well as scholarships to help providers alleviate education costs. Now, Democrats want to put more than $300 million to bolster that direct aid program. Republicans, though, on the Budget Writing Committee are in the driver's seat. They've been meeting behind closed doors throughout the day to hammer out the details. We don't know exactly what that will look like yet, but we expect the committee to meet later tonight. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. And earlier today at the Capitol, a committee gave it its final approval for a bill that would overhaul alcohol licensing in Wisconsin. The bill would create a new agency in the Department of Revenue to oversee alcohol sales and also add some more retail presence for small breweries. Both Democrats and Republicans on the committee backed the bill.
But the public expects us to keep them safe. And alcohol is a huge tradition in the state of Wisconsin. And this bill brings everybody into compliance. It does level the playing field.
One Milwaukee Democrat voted against the measure over how the legislation regulates wedding barns. The bill expected to be voted on by the full assembly next week. Well, Madison's Metro redesign isn't just meant to be a Madison benefit. It's also getting a positive reception in Sun Prairie just days after its official launch.
Tahlil Moedin spoke with commuters this morning about the new routes, and she joins us now with their feedback. Tahlil?
That's right. People in Sun Prairie seem to be catching on pretty quickly, mostly excited. Because in Sun Prairie, the Metro redesign only adds service. Beginning with the official launch on Sunday, 3 Metro bus routes have been making their way around the city. 2 more than they had before. Now, commuters say the added routes mean they'll be able to get around more independently and save a buck doing so.
Personally, I don't drive, so it's always been kind of difficult for me to get places. So I'm very glad to be able to get places.
2 of the buses stay within the confines of Sun Prairie and come every half hour. The third runs through Madison with service every hour. Now, Sun Prairie leaders say with a growing population, the city needs are evolving and diversifying, so having the new routes is fitting. Tonight at 6, I'll share where city leaders say there's still a bit of a learning curve and the steps they're taking to make sure everyone knows how to get on board.
It's taking a little bit of time, but we'll get there. Teal, thank you. A conservative law firm has filed a federal Title IX complaint on behalf of parents against the Sun Prairie Area School District. This after 4 girls said they were exposed to an unclothed 18-year-old biological male in a shower at school who told them he was transgender. Sun Prairie administrators previously said that accounts of the incident were incomplete and inaccurate. They added that they did not condone a student of one sex being present in the state of undress in the presence of students of the another sex. The firm's attorneys argue in their complaint that the 4 freshman girls in the shower were discriminated against by the district on the basis of sex and that the district failed to comply with Title IX requirements.
Search efforts for a Sauk County teen who's been missing since earlier this week continue for a 4th day in and around Devil's Lake State Park. 13-year-old James Yablonsky left home overnight Sunday in his family's vehicle and hasn't been seen since. Emergency crews found the family van abandoned along U.S. Highway 12 near the Baraboo Bluffs on Monday, and crews have been searching the area for Yablonsky in the days since. President Biden says he's making good on his pledge to eliminate hidden fees that cost consumers millions of dollars a year.
Executives from major ticketing and event companies joined him for the announcement. Skylar Henry has the story.
Reaching a tentative agreement.
President Biden says it's time to crack down on those hidden fees that sneak into consumer bills and met with some of the executives promising to join that effort.
Junk fees are not a matter for the wealthy very much, but they're a matter for working folks like the homes I grew up in. And they can add hundreds of dollars a month and make it harder for families to pay their bills. I think it's just wrong.
The meeting at the White House comes 4 months after the president promised action against so-called junk fees during his State of the Union address.
I know how unfair it feels when a company overcharges you and gets away with it. Not anymore.
He was joined on Thursday by executives from private sector companies that offer all-in pricing or have agreed to in the coming months. Companies including Live Nation and its Ticketmaster platform, as well as SeatGeek, Airbnb, and some event venues that have committed to eliminating hidden fees. Live Nation came under fire earlier this year for the botched handling of Taylor Swift concert tickets and for including surprise fees. It's now committing to upfront pricing at its venues and through Ticketmaster, making the total cost visible from the start.
This is a win for consumers, in my view, and proof that our crackdown on junk fees has real momentum.
Live Nation hosts more than 30 million fans at hundreds of U.S. venues and festivals every year. With inflation continuing to plague American families, the White House says ending the unwelcome surprise of hidden fees is a step toward helping consumers manage their money. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
And President Biden has also called for legislation and regulation to end the practice of undisclosed fees.
A New York grand jury has indicted Marine veteran Daniel Penny in connection with the subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old who struggled with homelessness and mental illness. And a warning, this story includes disturbing video of that confrontation. This cell phone video shows Penny holding Neely in a chokehold. Prosecutors say that is what killed him. In a statement, attorneys for Neely's family called the indictment the right result for the wrong that Penny committed. Here's CBS News legal analyst Jessica Levinson.
I think what the grand jury looked at in terms of the evidence is evidence that led them to believe a prosecutor could prove that Penny used unreasonable force. Were the actions justified given the potential threat to others on that train?
Cell phone video shows that Penny held Neely in a chokehold for nearly 3 minutes. According to Neely's family attorneys, Mr. Penny should have let go before Jordan died. There is no excuse for choking anyone for that long. If convicted of the second-degree manslaughter charge, Penny could face up to 15 years in prison.
While former President Trump and the legal troubles he faces is taking a lot of the oxygen away from the 2024 campaign, the Republican field for the nomination continues to grow. Former President Trump's campaign says it has raised more than $7 million in the face of the historic indictment. That includes more than $2 million brought in from a Bedminster, New Jersey fundraiser the day he was arraigned. Trump's legal battles continue to dominate the race for the Republican presidential nomination.
If my candidacy is going to be about responding to, things that former President Trump did, then there's not going to be much of a candidacy. By the way, not for me and not for any other Republican nominees.
You're running against him. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez dodged interview questions about Trump after officially launching his White House bid with a video on Twitter this morning. Out on the campaign trail, the Republican hopefuls are facing new questions about whether they'd pardon Trump if elected president. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley pledged to pardon Trump, saying it would be bad for the country to see him in jail. Trump's former vice president wouldn't say one way or the other.
The 5th annual Janesville Town Square Grand Prix returned to downtown Janesville today. The race is part of the Tour of America's Dairyland Pro-Am Criterium Cycling Series. The 2023 Janesville race was a very challenging one with tight corners that provided a lot of excitement for both racers and spectators. With the closing of Milwaukee Street, this year's course didn't utilize Main Street, but instead turned on Water Street, going behind the venue and Old Town Mall.
So the economic benefit is great, but also today we're expecting 400 to 4,500 people to be here that don't usually come to downtown Janesville. So we're trying to expose Janesville and show them the progress we've made, but then also show them what activities we have.
The event is still going on, by the way. The top division women are about to start their race in just a few minutes, and the top division men's race will take place at 7 p.m. tonight. If you want to ride the course yourself, they're giving you an opportunity to do that at 6:15 tonight. Good luck. Watch those tight corners.
Good luck to everyone. Well, pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America, and Madison is a hot spot.
We're the 5th best place in the country for pickleball players. Why is that? We'll find out when Live at 4 continues.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete floor from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you'll get 12 months, no interest, no payments, or 40% off the installation. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
At Lawton Cates, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after an accident or return to the job following an injury, we fight the odds and the insurance company for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. It was a day of celebration in Colorado for the Denver Nuggets and its fans.
Thousands turned out for a parade and rally today to honor the team that won its first ever NBA championship. Players showered fans with champagne as they rode by on fire trucks with family members through the jam-packed streets. Looks like a nice day in Denver today. A few team members climbed down, as you can see there, to personally greet the fans. That's a thrill. Some who have waited 47 years to see the Nuggets go all the way. The biggest cheers of the day were saved for the Finals MVP, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is we're all gonna remember this our whole lives, and when we see you guys that came out on the streets, and actually this one is for you. We love you, Denver. This one is for you. Thank you, guys.
It was the second victory parade in 2 years for the city of Denver. The Colorado Avalanche won hockey's Stanley Cup last year.
Look at all the people.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well, consumers don't seem ready to slow their spending despite high interest rates and economic concerns. A Commerce Department report out today shows retail sales were up 0.3% last month. The number includes physical stores, online retailers, and restaurants. The Commerce Department reports increases in all categories except gas stations and miscellaneous stores.
More shakeups at the co-working company WeWork. The struggling company recently saw its CEO leave, and other flexible workspace companies were hit hard during the pandemic. Americans left northern states and California during the pandemic, and demand for flexible co-working spaces has followed. Over the last 3 years, San Francisco saw occupancy drop 24%, but in other parts of the country it boomed, with Indianapolis and Miami leading the way. WeWork says Miami is the company's hottest market right now.
96% occupancy, as well as having basically a wait list at every location. You can't sell it fast enough down here, basically.
That's good news for WeWork, which recently restructured to avoid bankruptcy. But with many workers favoring remote jobs, the demand for flexible workspaces is expected to keep growing.
Well, stocks rallied on Wall Street, shaking off the Fed's plans for more rate hikes this year. The Dow Industrials gained 428 points, closing at 34,408. The NASDAQ was up 156 points. The S&P 500 added 53. Well, according to the nonprofit Trust for Public Land, Madison is among the top 5 cities in the country for pickleball players.
But why is the sport catching on, and how is the city keeping up with the demand? Our Armand Ramon serves up some answers.
It's no surprise that these pickleball courts on the west side are packed.
Pickleball just is going crazy nationwide.
And in Madison, it's scoring very high.
I understand that it's booming.
The city is 5th in the country in number of pickleball courts. There's about 1.6 courts for every 10,000 people.
For someone like me who enjoys paddle sports but can't run and bend my knees and make those quick changes of direction that you need in tennis, it's pretty fun.
Madison has roughly 50 public outdoor courts, dual striped for pickleball and tennis.
The blue lines are the pickleball lines. The white lines are the tennis court lines.
And the demand hasn't let up. 8 more are on the way this year, including some with portable pickleball nets.
Tennis court nets are about 2 inches too high.
While Garner Park is the only place in the city with designated pickleball courts, the Parks Division says it's actually easier to layer them on existing tennis courts, and it's a lot more affordable.
It's hundreds of thousands of dollars to build a new court. Well, I think the dual striping has really helped us meet the demand. Without that, we would be really struggling to keep our head above water.
The rules of pickleball are almost identical to tennis.
This is the dreaded kitchen, which you can't enter into if the ball is on the fly. That prevents people from just kind of standing here and volleying back and forth.
It's a little bit more manageable than tennis, I think, for moms or people who are maybe not in their peak physical condition.
So easy, literally anyone can learn. Oh, that was bad. Myself included, apparently.
He's brand new, and I bet you are too.
Yes. Thank you. But ask anyone out on the court in Madison. Would you say you're a pro by now?
Absolutely not.
They'll say that's not the point.
It's not so much about being a professional at anything as it is just having fun and trying your best.
In Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
And you can reserve courts for pickleball and read up on the rules online on the City Parks Division website.
I love pickleball.
I've
Have
never
you played before?
No, I haven't.
It's so much fun because anybody can play at any, athletic level. And it's a lot easier for a lot of people than tennis.
Problem with me is I don't have the depth of field because I don't see it at my left eye, so I don't know where things are.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I bet this would be easier, though, than you think, because you've played so much golf and you do that so well.
Well, but that's different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'll try it.
Okay.
Maybe you can teach me.
Yes, we'll take Armand, too.
All right. Still to come at 4, the fight against addiction has a new weapon in Madison.
We'll visit the new methadone clinic in town. We'll tell you how it takes a holistic approach to addiction treatment. Coming up after Jacob's First Warn forecast.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are veterans struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
New Dove Men Body Wash gives you 24 hours of nourishing micro moisture. That means your skin still feels healthy and smooth now, and now too. Get healthier, smoother feeling skin all day.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Known as a loving parent. Known for lessons that matter. Known for being a free spirit. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer, FDA approved for 16 types of cancer. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
Depending on the type of cancer, Keytruda may be used alone or in combination with other treatments, and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
Flex Steel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our Flex Steel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Well, take a look at this. A patient in Sri Lanka has just entered the Guinness World Record for, get this, having the world's largest kidney stone.
Oh, yikes.
That's a blockage 5.26 inches long and weighed 1.76 pounds. Doctors at the Colombo Army Hospital removed the grapefruit-sized behemoth. Kidney stones are made up of solid pieces of material that crystallize in the kidneys, uterus, or bladder. I've had a kidney stone. I was hospitalized with a kidney stone.
That is unbelievable. That poor guy.
You know, I have never really known what a kidney stone is, but if something is that big in your body that's not supposed to be, that's probably a problem.
They're usually like a pea size, and that's bad enough.
And they're painful, right?
I was in the hospital for a week.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yes, it's pain beyond belief.
Well, at least
I had a nurse, and she said, I've given birth, and I've had kidney stones. Kidney stones are worse than giving birth.
Well, that puts it in perspective.
I haven't given birth.
Well, he gave birth to that one. Look at that thing.
I think yeah.
Yikes.
All right, so.
Okay, to weather. Nice day
Yes.
today. I mean, it's still a little bit hazy, but it's still
Other than the smoke, temperatures were very nice. They are going to warm up possibly to 90 by the end of next week. I'll have the details after the break.
Plan your trip on Metro Transit's newly redesigned service. Visit mymetrobus.com, call 608-266-4466, or look for ride guides and yellow vests out on the streets.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Family is just very important. She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treated in my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you have advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Plan your trip on Metro Transit's newly redesigned service. Visit mymetrobus.com, call 608-266-4466, or look for ride guides and yellow vests out on the streets.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, here are the 3 things you need to know for the next week. The hazy weather will continue tomorrow, although it will be a bit better than today. Highs will be near 80 degrees for the rest of this week, but then starting next week, we're going to continue to see the temperatures warm up, possibly 90 by the end of the week. Now, the drought monitor was released today, and we did see some areas extend into the moderate drought. That includes places like La Crosse and other locations in central Wisconsin that were under abnormally dry next week. Now, there are some locations in the state that aren't under any drought whatsoever, but we are going to remain pretty much dry for the next week or so. So my guess is next drought monitor will continue to get worse. Now, taking a look at future track, we're going to see mostly clear skies tonight, and for the most part, we're going to see sunshine tomorrow. Winds are still going to be out of the northeast, so we're probably still going to see that wildfire smoke. But notice the wind directions as we get into Saturday. They're going to be out of the south, so hopefully that pushes the wildfire smoke out of the area. I say hopefully because wildfire smoke is very hard to predict beyond really 48 hours. So hopefully this southerly wind will push the wildfire smoke out of our area for the weekend, but we are going to remain dry. A small chance of some showers, possibly some storms on Sunday, but it's really going to last or really going to impact our area later in the day. Much of your Father's Day will be dry. We also could see some showers, possibly some storms again for Monday, but once again, we're not expected to see much. We are going to remain dry for much of the day, and dry conditions will continue for Tuesday as well. So looking at precipitation for the next week, we're not expected to see a lot, maybe at most a ½ inch for places to the west of Madison, but Madison, as well as places to the north and east, may not see any rain whatsoever. So we're going to continue to see the drought conditions. And looking beyond that, as the next 6 to 10 days, we're going to remain dry across Wisconsin and really all of the Great Lakes regions. So unfortunately, there really isn't an end in sight to the drought. For temperatures, we'll see lows dropping to around 50 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, temperatures will be similar, although there won't be as much haze. Highs will be in the upper 70, could reach the 80s for some locations. For your weekend, it is going to be a bit warmer, 80s for Saturday, mid-80s for your Father's Day. We do have a small chance of a shower or storm. But looking beyond that, is the next 6 to 10 days, much of the Midwest, including Madison and the Great Lakes region, well above average is what is expected. We're not really going to see a ton of rainfall, and this will continue for much of next week as well. By the end of next week, we could reach 90 degrees with, once again, really not a huge rain event expected, so the drought is going to continue. But as far as the actual conditions go, it's not going to be too bad, especially for the weekend. It will get a little bit warm next week, but obviously, you know, it definitely could be worse. We're not expected to see near 100-degree temperatures, and we are getting close to July, and next Wednesday is the official start of summer.
Right on cue.
Yep.
This isn't summer yet.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, the temperatures could be worse, but, you know, I'm really hoping for the rainfall. I know a lot of people are.
I think everybody
I apologize to all the farmers out there.
It's not your fault.
I know, but I'll take the blame for it.
All right.
Thanks, Jacob.
Well, as the fight against addiction grows, so does the need for recovery resources.
Brady Mallory shows us a new methadone clinic set to open in Madison with a focus on treating people who struggle with opioid use disorder. Brady?
A community medical services is more than what you may think and takes a holistic approach to treatment. Here's how.
Most of the time, we don't want to be viewed as just a number.
They'll actually enter in this way.
But at Community Medical Services in Madison, it might be a relief for people who are struggling with addiction.
Their patient ID will be popped up and we'll kind of tell them where they are in line. It helps reduce some of the anxiety that people face.
Senior Clinical Manager Jamie Varecka says the patient ID number allows them to maintain their privacy.
And even in hospitals and clinics and stuff like that, you don't want everyone to know when you go and see your primary provider. It's no one else's business.
That's just part of the new facility, located on East Broadway, just off the Beltline.
Our goal is that our counselors will be working in this space.
Varecka is giving us a tour of the clinic that's focused on opioid use disorder, including heroin and fentanyl.
Fentanyl has changed the game. I mean, it's in everything.
Once a patient is all checked in, he or she can get doses of methadone, Vivitrol, or Suboxone here. The goal is to curb withdrawal symptoms, which can be dangerous, deadly, and just get in the way of someone's recovery.
Think about it. If you're sick and you have to go to work, your work performance isn't going to be at the same quality as you are when you feel good. And that's the same thing with opioid use disorder. When you are going through withdrawal, it's hard for you to function and survive and be able to carry on with your daily life skills that makes you who you are.
What makes community medical services unique is the hours of operation, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Vereka says nowhere else in Wisconsin offers this.
With these extended hours, we're able to help so many more people, and you're able to work around what does treatment look like for your daily life versus only coming in the morning. So most centers are open from 5 to noon.
There are also rooms for therapy sessions, recovery coaching, access to resources like food banks, and a children's play area.
To remind patients that having a family, there's not a barrier to treatment. Your kids can come, they can play while you're doing what you need to do for your treatments.
Vereka says she hopes all of this will help people erase the stigma and show the community that addiction doesn't discriminate.
It's not just the homeless man in State Street, right? It's your neighbor. It's the person that lives in Middleton and Cross Plains in the big house. It's everywhere.
The clinic is designed with an all-encompassing approach. So when patients leave the building, Vereka hopes they know they're more than just a number.
This location will not only bring to light and help a lot of people, but it will help shine in the areas of Madison that need help and need support.
And we just learned Community Medical Services officially does have an opening date. It is set to open its doors on Tuesday, June 20th.
What a fantastic resource for people that need it.
Yeah, and I think it's it's good information to know that they have the therapy, they have the counseling, they have the children's play area, because people struggling with addiction, they have a lot going on. So it seems like it takes a lot of barriers away from a lot of people.
It's such an enormous problem.
And getting worse.
Do you need to be covered by insurance in order to go there?
Jamie Vereka said that they will work with people who have insurance and even people who are uninsured.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and we have the information. You can learn more about it on our website, channel3000.com.
Brady, thank you.
Great story, Brady. Thank you.
Well, coming up next year on Live, before we take a trip back to 1985 in our Traveler Throwback Thursday.
And then coming up next hour at 5, a Madison mother and daughter have both been up against lengthy cancer battles. However, their relationship with each other is their source of comfort. We'll have that story coming up at 5.
The new T-Box event and dining room with private bar is there waiting for you at Vitense Golfland. 2 large HD TVs are available for viewing, meetings, and casual gatherings. Private bar is available for any type of event. No meeting can compare with adding activities at Vitense Golfland. Enjoy indoor-outdoor miniature golf suites, and golf and multi-sport simulators. Add chocolate shop ice cream. As our sign says, ice cream solves everything. Infuse life and fun into your meetings and events at Vitense Golfland.
Did you know that Wisconsin Vision offers telehealth eye exams? I just scheduled my telehealth eye exam easily on their website. Once in store, a tech helps get me started and then pre-checks my eyes. See my eye on the screen? Then I have my telehealth eye exam virtually with a licensed optometrist on the TV.
Everything looks great, Kate. You're going to love your new prescription.
Ask us about our $59 eye exam. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Rider Chips, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 24th and 25th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 24th and 25th in Spring Green.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
New at 5, controversy brews at State Street Starbucks as Pride decorations are removed. We take a close look at why and how corporate decisions impact Pride celebrations.
The smoke in itself is going to start to lose its potency by the time we get into our Friday. We're looking for less hazy skies and pretty mild temperatures. We'll break it all down tonight at 5.
And ahead at 6, we revisit a mother and daughter with an inseparable bond. After both being diagnosed with cancer at the same time, they reveal a heartbreaking update. That's tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we ended up in Philadelphia, 81 degrees, and they have some big transportation problems there with that interstate collapse.
They do. Cloudy, but not as hazy as it is here. A lot of eastern cities are struggling.
They're saying that this smoke may head to the East Coast.
Yeah, I was hearing that. Well, in his years of traveling, Mark has had a lot of different hairstyles and has showcased a lot of wood carvers.
But we ran across one man back in 1985 for whom carving is a spiritual experience. Here's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
Did you ever walk through the woods and have a feeling you weren't quite alone? You know, like somebody's watching you. Of course, you know that's silly because there's nobody around. Dave Linton gets that feeling when he takes a walk too. But Dave knows why he feels that way. It's because of the spirits lurking in the woods, the tree spirits. Dave can't pass an old tree trunk or piece of wood without sensing that spirit. A spirit waiting to be set free.
Well, they're a living thing, too, just like us. And, of course, they've kind of passed away now, but the spirit's there.
He takes that wood into his workshop. This is where the spirit takes shape.
Well, in Europe, they used to do these years ago. They still do in Austria and places like that. And I guess that's where I got my idea, but I spent years cutting firewood and stuff and seeing these tree stumps. You don't use them usually, can't split them up, so here's some use for them, these faces, tree spirits of mine. You work within what you got here, you know, but basically you start a face, the nose sticks out first, so you start with a nose and go from there.
Dave has been working in stumps for many years. It takes 3 to 6 months of carving and drying of wood to produce just one of his spirits. They come to life, one shaving at a time. 2 are never, ever alike. How the face ends up depends on the particular tree, the particular spirit.
You spend all this time creating this face, and it's really creating, you know, it's not, you're not copying, it's all your imagination. Yeah, you get attached to them.
Dave's vivid imagination has come up with these faces. They all don't turn out. Sometimes he gets, well, stumped, but not often. He lets his imagination run wild as the spirits move him. Traveling in Port Andrews, I'm Mark Kane. WISC News 3.
Spectacular work.
Oh, I hope he is watching this and sees this. And some of the tree spirits are in some of the bars around Richland County.
And live on.
That's incredible. What a gift.
Yeah. Well, the Broadway musical Tootsie is now on stage at Overture.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the show through the eyes of the performer who plays Sandy Lester as we go center stage when Live at 4 continues.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, save up to $900 on Beautyrest adjustable base sets. Beautyrest Queen mattresses start at only $399. And when you upgrade to a Beautyrest Black, you'll get $300 in Steinhoffels cash, plus a $100 MasterCard rewards card. Beautyrest Black Queen mattresses start at just $44 per month when you use Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali, and long live life.
Does our foam insulation save on energy costs? Listen to this.
After USA Insulation came in and put the foam in, we noticed almost immediately the following month was about a $40 decrease in our bill. The following month after that, it was around $50, $55. So we started seeing results almost immediately after they put the insulation in.
After the installation was done, we've cut our bills in half, both winter and summer.
USA Insulation.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Ashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back. It was an iconic movie in the 80s, the laugh out loud comedy Tootsie.
One of my very favorites. The story of struggling actor Michael Dorsey, who transforms himself into Dorothy Michaels to get a role on a soap opera, is now a Tony Award-winning Broadway musical.
The national tour of the show runs through Sunday at the Overture Center. We sat down with actress Peyton Riley, who plays the role of Sandy Lester. How's this story different than the movie?
Well, we've modernized it, so we've adapted it to modern day, and I think that was good because now we're incorporating younger audiences who might not be familiar with the story, but we're also staying true to the original source material too. So people who love Tootsie, they know what to expect and they're getting what they want, but then we're also bringing in, you know, jokes about iPhones and things that everyone can understand. So I think what's really special about the show is that we've made it a show for everybody. And then another thing is we've changed in the concept of the movie. He auditions to be in a soap opera and he gets the part, and by dressing up as a woman. In our show, he pretends to be someone else to get a part in a Broadway musical, so we can incorporate a lot of the singing and the dancing through that. And I think that was a brilliant choice, and I don't think there was any other way to do it, because you expect a certain spectacle from theater, and when you come to a show, you expect the big dance numbers, and like there was just no way of doing it by keeping it in a soap opera setting.
And this show is all original music.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
songs
by David
you may not
Yazbek.
recognize, but that were written for this show.
Oh well, my song in particular, it will get stuck in your head. So that they did a really good job.
How many words are in that song?
I don't know, 3 million. It's ridiculous. And the problem really isn't the first time I do it. I sing the song, I sing it really fast, and then it's over. Then I got to go back out there and do it a second time and a third time. And don't you dare start singing the wrong one, because you will start to be like, wait, didn't I just say that? Which one am I doing right now? And it gets a little confusing after 500 performances.
And Sandy's a great character.
Come on.
Did you see the movie?
Yes, of course. Yeah, it's a classic.
So I'm always fascinated by that. Do you want to make Sandy your own, or do you feel like you have to keep her close to the original movie character?
I think you find inspiration, right? So Terry Garr's brilliant. So you watch that and you say, wow, I really like the way she did this. And it is a specific character, but you have to make it your own, or else you're not a very good actor, right? If you just go out there and you do what someone else did, then you're not really being true. So you take inspiration, but really actually the character that inspires me the most when I play Sandy is a mix between my own mother and the character Elaine in Seinfeld. I think that if you notice, every time The Apartment comes on for Tootsie, it does feel like a sitcom. And I really like the way Elaine is still in love with Jerry. In some way they're exes, and she just pops into his apartment and starts complaining. That's the vibe that I really wanted to capture every time that Sandy enters the apartment.
You've been on the road with this show for 2 years, and next week is your last week. How does that make you feel?
It's so complicated because I'm gonna start crying. Oh my goodness.
Don't cry.
Well, we're just these characters are so special to us, and what a blessing for us to be all together and go out on the road, especially after a pandemic where we weren't really sure if we were going to be able to do this ever again. And a lot of us were sitting on the news of this job not knowing if we were ever going to do it. And so it's just been absolutely wonderful to see the country and spread joy and laughter to everyone in America. Just trying to soak up as much of this Tootsie goodness as we can get, and we're so thankful to be here and share this story.
But you don't have to see the movie to love this show.
No, you don't, and I think that's what's really good about it. It's its own show, but like I said earlier, fans of the movie are going to come and they're going to see the story that they love.
There are some lines in there that are so funny.
Oh my gosh, what about there is a section of the show where no one says anything at all, and we have timed it, and the audience laughs for 2 minutes straight in waves, and no one says anything. It's joy. The show is pure joy.
Well, congratulations on a spectacular run.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. Break a leg tonight and enjoy these final performances in Madison.
We sure will. Thank you.
2 years on the road.
Yeah, and you were saying, you saw it, you said it was so, laugh out loud funny.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's what we need
and
right now.
Runs through Sunday at Overture. Go to overture.org. There's tickets available. And we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
If you're a homeowner looking to make improvements to your home this spring, there's a product now available in your area that's going to save you thousands of dollars on your home's most important investment, your roof. Roof rejuvenation from Greener Shingles will add 5 to 15 years of life to your existing roof without having to go through an expensive roof replacement. I'm here with Russell Beckham, and he's a local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles that's helping homeowners save big money with roof rejuvenation. Russell, explain the roof rejuvenation process from Greener Shingles.
Roof rejuvenation is the process of reintroducing the protective qualities back into asphalt shingles, such as the flexibility, the granular adhesion, and also adding resistance to hail impact.
That's pretty amazing. Call now for a free roof inspection and see if your roof qualifies for roof rejuvenation from your local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles. The number is on the screen right now, but don't just take it from Russell and me. Listen to some of our happy customers.
I was just in the backyard the other day, doing yard work and stuff, and I can't help but to look at my roof because the way it looked before and the way it looks now is just unbelievable.
It appears we probably saved around $20,000 by doing this process.
Save money in 2023 by extending the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years.
Call the number on the screen right now for a free roof inspection and learn more about roof rejuvenation from your local Greener Shingles dealer. Call now.
Controversy brews at State Street Starbucks as Pride decorations are removed. We look at why and how corporate decisions impact Pride celebrations. Plus, we'll have your political roundup on child care and alcohol overhaul proposals at 5.
News 3 Now first met them in 2017.
When Mom got cancer, I got cancer.
Now they reveal a heartbreaking update.
It's really hard.
What they want you to know about their inseparable bond. Tonight at 6.
So for tomorrow, we're going to see mostly sunny skies, still a little bit of haze, but it's not going to be as bad as it was today. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s, but they're going to continue to warm up throughout the weekend. Lower 80s for Saturday, mid to lower 80s for Sunday. Slight chance of storms on Sunday for your Father's Day. Definitely not enough to cancel any outdoor plans. And for much of next week, we are going to remain dry with temperatures warming up to near 90 degrees by the end of the week.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live Before, our news hounds, Louie and Oliver, have the top animal stories of the week.
And we go center stage for Verona Area Community Theater's production of The Wizard of Oz, opening this weekend. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this summer, only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% store-wide, plus special interest financing for 72 months. Only at Ashley.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. And diets and exercise add to the struggle. It can feel never-ending. But today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. Taken with a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50%. So if you feel like you're getting nowhere, go with 2 doses a year of Leqvio and keep bad cholesterol low. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. When you're ready to go from struggle to cholesterol success, talk to your doctor about twice yearly Leqvio to help you lower your cholesterol. Lower, longer, Leqvio.
Keep your home's exterior protected with Menard's great selection of paints and stains. Tri-Cabot premium stains and finishes for unbeatable quality and protection against weathering for your exterior wood surfaces. A gallon of Australian timber oil is $49.98 plus 11% off. Dutch Boy Paint gives every room of your home a fresh new look. With over 1,300 colors to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect color. A gallon of DuraClean interior paint is just $27.97 plus 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best appliance deals this summer. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% off store-wide. Plus special interest financing for 72 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
In today's Final Touch, an archaeological treasure.
It's been unearthed in South America. A mummy that's some 3,000 years old has been unearthed near the Peruvian capital of Lima. Archaeologists found the mummy yesterday. Students from San Marcos University and researchers initially found remains of its hair and skull in a cotton bundle during evacuation. Further work later unveiled the rest of the mummy. Archaeologists have since unearthed other objects buried with the body, such as bottlenecks, corn, cocoa leaves, and seeds. Experts believe it's part of an offering. The mummy is believed to be from the Manche culture, which developed in the valleys of Lima between 1500 and 1000 BC.
It's fascinating.
It is fascinating. The work that, to find these things 3,000 years later. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching.